So how do you type fractions on the iPad? Well, let me talk about it and explain it. If it's your first time in here on Foxtecc, subscribe and we can get into it. So the iPad does have a calculator app, which wasn't really the thing in a few years back, but we can get inside it, and in here we are in the basic mode by default. But you can definitely click on the button in the top right and switch from the basic to the scientific one. And this gives you the ability to access multiple additional buttons, including the fractions and so on. So still, it's not ideal within the iPad calculator, but there is some level to make it work. So for example, if we have a button, or if I type in the 5 in here, I can locate the button for fractions, which is going to be this one right here, the 1 over x, and it will actually turn a 5 into the fraction of 1 over 5. Right, and this is the button you can use for that in particular. So I can hit the equal sign and it gives me the actual number for it. Or you can also do it manually by using the parentheses like this. I type in the number divided by 5, close it, right, and then I can multiply it by another fraction. Like this, right? So you can see we have two fractions written in row, really, but I can multiply them like this and I'm gonna get the actual result. So that's one way you can do it. I'm not saying it is ideal or anything, but that's how it kind of works inside of the iPad calculator. But keep in mind that we still have the ability to click on the button in at the top and go to the math notes, which is essentially the way to set up the environment where you can actually draw the calculations with your Apple Pencil or finger, right? So if I choose this, right, I can make it go full screen. And right now on the iPad, we can type in the equations, right? So let me just write the fractions like this and perhaps multiply them in this manner, right? So you can see that we get the result like that by multiplying actual fractions, but it's just written like this and not in a row. So I guess this would be yet another way you can do it. And outside of this, you can as well explore some third-party options on the App Store if you feel like there is a better calculator out there, which there might be, right? Then you can explore the App Store and then perhaps you're going to get some better results for it. But that's it for me. I hope it helps and I'll see you in the next videos too.